Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Terrence Ray back at you with another weekend stock market update. Apologize, it's been about a couple weeks, a little hiatus. It's taking a break. I'm on social media a lot, and I'm always watching stocks and sometimes just keeping up with the markets. You find yourself into everything, so it's good. Not that I haven't been trading, but just took a week off from videos, but here I am and I'm back and we got a lot going on. So let's get right to it. Now this week we're gonna start with the SPX because as you guys know, I like to take a look at the expected move for the week. And the expected move for this week is showing $74.15, which is not a huge move. As you can see, we've just been drifting higher, week after week. You may get a little small pullback, but then you just break out and drift a little higher, pull back, drift a little higher. The market is pretty much excuse me, is discounting all the news, all the so-called bad news that's going on. The stock market is discounting it. Basically, it's not paying it any mind. So with that being said, I expect the market to probably continue. It may pull back a little bit, but then drift a little higher. I expect that maybe to keep going. The futures market has just opened up, and if you check the futures over here on the left of my screen. You got the SP 500 futures are up, just small. The Nasdaq futures are up. I got the micros over here, MNQ. You got the Dow futures and the Russell futures are both opening up on this Sunday up. I expect that to continue. Now, I do have some stocks that are on my radar that may not be on your radar that a lot of people don't talk about. One of them is a pretty popular stock, but I got a few I guarantee that you probably haven't heard of. So let's get right to those. I like to give you something actionable that I'm looking at this week. These are not trade recommendations. These are just stocks that I'm looking at. They got some nice setups. Number one on that list is ETHA, ETHA, right? Which is an Ethereum ETF. Now, uh, also stay tuned to the end because I'm gonna give you a little trick on drawing trend lines. All right, so with ETHA, you can see we had this low put in down here, little chop, up move, little chop, big up move, some more chop. So basically, you get a big move, you get some consolidation, get a big move, get some consolidation, big move, consolidation. And those, you want to trade those big moves. It's kind of easy to see, guys. If you were to come down here, here's where the turnaround, you got your low, put in here, right? Little move up. You got you got some more consolidation here. I'm just doing a little technical analysis, right? You break out of that range, out of that box, right? Up to here. Then you get a little bit more. You get some more box trading. So as I say, here. Now look what happens. Stretch out of this area, break higher. And the market continues to go up. Let's see. Some more box trading, then higher. And then here we are after this move here, going a little sideways. Now, what I see, as long as these cryptos continue to go, I'm just drawing a trend line from here to here. You can see it looks like held here and right here. Uh, Last week, it looked like it's trying to break out of this range. And all I'm doing is drawing from low, connecting another low, right? And I got a high connecting another high. You could do here. There is not a right or wrong. There's no science to this. I generally try to find like tops or bottoms and then try to connect another bottom or top to a top. Now, if we get it to break out of this range, I think that this Ethereum ETF can go higher. More than likely, if Ethereum goes higher or Bitcoin goes higher or any other, if crypto generally as a whole goes higher, then this may go higher as well. So this is something that I am watching. It's on the watch list for the week. Now, the next one, this one is, I was watching a show and they called this like basically the presidential portfolio. This is a rare earth stock. And I want to say, I don't know if I got any information on it. Let's see about USA or USA Rare Earth Inc. is a supplier of sintered neomagnets and other rare earth materials. Let's see. The company is engaged in developing a NDFEB magnet manufacturing plant in Stillwater, Oklahoma. I want to say I'm not 100% sure, but I do think that the president himself has spoken of this stock, or maybe I don't know if the government invested in it or took a piece of it. I'm not sure, but I was listening to this show and it came up and they was saying something about the presidential portfolio. So you know me, I pull up the ticker symbol. I want to see what it looked like, and lo and behold, on Friday it gapped up. Now in another portfolio, I did buy into it, so I am in this in a portfolio. I bought shares in it, and I bought it just off of the news. Just being honest with you. They said that pretty much if it's something that the president talks about or makes reference to or something like that, it's pretty much sending these stocks up. So this is just basically buying the news. Definitely not selling the rumor, buying the news. The next stock. Now, so that's what I would be careful with this. I have no idea. Well, I don't think we got much history on this stock. This is a year chart. Let's see if I can go out further. I don't have anything else on this chart. I mean, on this particular stock. So it is what it is. I would expect for it to pull back a little bit, but hey, it may just take back off. This next stock, same thing. This stock came up, Lithium Americas. I do think I remember hearing on the news that the government took a stake in this. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of these stocks, but both of them were on this so-called presidential watch list or presidential portfolio. And look at it. This is a perfect bull flag to me. Get this pullback right here, and then it just broke out higher. So I did buy into this as well in another portfolio. I just bought shares. I bought it somewhere right around here at I don't know, 790, 780. I bought it somewhere around in here, and it just kept going. So this is another stock that I'll be continuing to watch. Um, Another stock that I have on the watch list for the week is ASAN, ASAN Inc. Ordinary shares. I have no idea what the company does. To me, I don't care. I really don't. As long as it is, if it's liquid and I can get in and out of it, and I got a nice bid ass spread to trade, I'll trade it. Now it does have weeklies, so we got weekly options. I don't know how liquid the actual options are. Got like 10-cent wide. Got 1,000. Got about 7,000 contracts over here on the call side. A little over 3,000 over here. You come over here to the put side. You got over 1,000 contracts. So fairly liquid. It's okay. But this, I like the setup down here. This pulled up. This came up on a scan that I had scanned for. You can see we have a nice channel. Here's another example of me drawing trend lines, right? If you were to look at this, I can see a low, high, and I can see it bouncing back and forth. All I did was draw a trend line from this low to this low and extended it out. Same thing here, somewhere right in here, this range to here. It's a couple ways you could do. Now you could sit here and hold and see if the market comes here to break out, buy the breakout, see what you get. or breaks down by the breakdown. If it break down here, I actually don't like shorting a stock like this. It's not an expensive stock. I'd rather play it to the upside. And so I don't like the setup. You got a range here. You want to see it break higher and go. The last stock on the list that I like, CRM, Salesforce. Look at this range. Same thing, guys. Top, I just drew a line from here, touch here, and extended it out. So you can see this falling pattern, this channel just banging, bang. So you got touch, 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 touch. That's 4 touches within this channel. And now it's seeming like it's holding here. A lot of times when it doesn't continue to go down and make these lows and it begins to, kind of lose momentum and teeter out here, then you start looking for something to break up, to break out of this range. And depending on how long it goes sideways, I would just draw this and extend this trend line out further. But ideally, you want to see it come through this line right here and take off to the upside. And so that's how how I draw my trend lines. And this is these 5 stocks right here be the stocks that I'll be looking at. Of course, I'm paying attention to the SPY. I have a short call spread in the SPY. I'm down on it currently. I would like to see the market give me a little bit of a down move. You can see I am short um, the 674 strike and I'm long the 679 strike right here on this call spread out 26 days. I will be looking to roll it out. If I don't get the move on Friday at 21 days, we'll be looking to add more time to this particular trade. Now, I asked you to stick with me to the end because then I will give you a gem. At least I think it's a gem. That's something that I use to help me, especially in the beginning, to draw my trend lines, to use support and resistance, to do things to help me find trading ranges. Now, it is something that I call a fractal. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to blank. Let's see, remove all drawings. I'm going to remove, let's see, remove all indicators. Do I want to remove all indicators? No, we don't want to do that. We don't need to do that. Let's see. I can just move this down, right? We can do that. And then what we can do, we will come over here and highlight. No, I can leave those on. I just want to make it to where you just can see. I just won't save it. I'm going to take these off. All right, here we go. Now, so we pretty much got a blank screen. Now, what I'm going to do is add something to this. I'll come up here to indicators, get this little box, type in fractal, come down here, it's the Williams fractal, and then I'm going to add it. Williams fractal. Now, pretty much any trading application has this indicator on it. Now, if you see the way I have it set up, you'll see, hopefully you can see these little white triangles at the tops and at the bottoms of some of these candlesticks. And I'm going to try to make it bigger just so that you guys can see it. So I don't know if you can see it or not. What's going on? Nah, I didn't want, let's do a 2 style. All right, I made it a little bigger. So hopefully I'll make it can, if you're looking at it on the phone, you can see. But basically, if you go in any trading platform, go to the indicators list and bring up fractals. Now, what the reason why these fractals kind of show turns in the market. If you look right here, you'll see where this fractal is right here. Let's see if I can make it bigger. You can see the market turned, and this was the high out of these particular candlesticks. Excuse me. Now you're saying, what does this have to do with drawing trend lines? What I like to do is whenever I have fractals, I'm gonna see if I can find another stock to make it look a little better. Let's see. All right, Amazon would be this is a Let's see if I can find another stock. All right. Got Netflix. Let's use Netflix. I like this structure. Now, a lot of times when you see these fractals like this, what I would do is I got a fractal here and I got a fractal here. And I got two of them. So what I would do is come to my trend line, click on this, start right there where that fractal is, and then bring it and make it hit where the fractals are. That's all I do. Now, I don't need this now because I can see it on my own without looking. But the fractals show me the tops. Now, if you're looking at that, don't that look like a triangle? So now what would I do? I don't have, if I got this triangle right here, depending on which way the market goes, it can break out to either side. If I got a candlestick here and maybe a retest and then broke back down, then I could be looking at it to come down in here to this range. Or if it goes up, I can look for it to break out of this trend line and go higher. But that's it. All I'm doing is going around. Let's see if I can find some other patterns. Let's take a look at Palantir. What is Palantir? Well, Palantir don't have a noticeable pattern. Let's look at what's IBIT. So like IBIT, right? I would just we'll go trend line here, click on here, and go right through this fractal right here. For some reason, it won't let me. All right, there we go. So what I would do is once again click on that, go through that fractal, and connect the fractals, guys. See that? This fractal got one touch, two touches, and three touches. That's a strong trend line. You got three touches here. I like to look for two or more. You want to get here and then extend it out. If this had not gotten here, I would have just extended it out here and waited for the market to get here. You can see we got a wick here. We could come down on the bottom. Let's see. We got a line here. You could go something like here, but this one looks cleaner from here to here. Do something like so, right? And then that's how I would draw my trend line for that. Same way. All I'm looking at is the fractals. Come to UNH. Let's see what that looks like. No real market structure. Um, just looking for something where you see any kind of pattern being established. That's when you really want, like when you see a triangle, kind of like this is Plug, Netflix, Rocket Labs, Microsoft. Let's see, Silver. But you want to find some patterns. It's a little tough to do it. Oracle, because everything's so stretched out. Here you go. Look at Micron. Now I'm gonna show you something. If I had been looking at this before this move, I would have seen this. Come down here where this trend line is, find this fractal. Look, I would have came right here, right? I would have came right there. That trend line there, I would have came down here at the bottom, drew a trend line here. I got fractal to fractal on the low here. See that triangle? Now you see how you got this triangle and then the market gapped up over the trend line and just kept going. That's something. Now it happened early in the move, but you got something similar building in Netflix. Look at it. But Netflix, you got it breaking down. So is it gonna come here and gap out to the bottom? Look for a gap, or this holds and then turns around and breaks out to the top. Put the if you have most trading applications have this on it. I haven't traded on one that didn't have the Williams fractal. If you're having problems with trend lines, add the Williams fractal to um, your charts, and then connect those fractals and just practice drawing trend lines with that. And then you can establish a trading range and then look for breakouts to break out. to the upside or either to the downside, either or. But that's how I can look at this, to be honest with you, and I can trade this without all of that. I don't need the fractals on there. Sometimes I do have them on certain setups, but I don't have to have them. But this is that's a great way to learn how to draw them. Okay. And real quick, before I get off this video, I'm trying to keep it from being too long. Uh, I do want to talk about, I don't talk about a lot of crypto, but I do want to talk about this particular cryptocurrency that I just ran across this past week. It's called, I think it's pronounced Sui, 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 and I have started buying some of it. Right now, it is trading at $3.54. Right now, I can't sit here and explain every intricate detail about it. Do I have any? Do they have information on it on here? Let me see. No, I don't think they got any news on it or anything like that. So do some research on it. But basically, the engineers. I don't know if you guys remember during the Biden administration, Facebook was trying to work on its own AI or something like that. I think they were calling it Libra or something like that, some type of cryptocurrency. They were working on something at Facebook. I think it was called Libra or something like that. Just check me out. Go and look it up. I don't even know all the details about it. All I do know is, for the most part, love him or hate him, Mark Zuckerberg is known for paying his engineers really, really well. He's known for having some of the best engineers and some of the best engineering. And he's been known, I'm repeating what they say online, that he'll poach talent, right? So his particular, that Libra got shut down. These particular developers ended up leaving the company, and then it continued or kind of branched off and started working on this SUI, right? And these guys, and then I seen something else online. This particular um guy um got an investment of like 450 million in it. So it's like it might be the next big thing. I have no idea. I'm speculating, right? Kind of like doing the gold rush. We're just speculating. But hey, at $3.50 some, I don't. You don't have a whole lot to lose if you're speculating on it. I would not put money in here that you cannot lose. The money that I have in Sui, I'm willing to lose it, and I'm just gonna keep putting money in it. If there's somebody out there that's willing to put 450 million in it, so just Google it, look it up, do some research. I went on, I think it was Grok, and I did a little research on it or whatnot, what the application would be for it, and then I just started buying some of it. So I did want to throw that out there. Uh, it's not a meme coin. This will have some real world application to it. It's not a meme. So I don't really buy meme coins or anything like that, or at least not right now anyway. So I just wanted to go out there and I wanted to put that on you guys' radar so you can research it on your own and decide whatever you want to do. So I put it on your radar. It just came up on mine, and I want to share that with my viewers. Let me know what you find out, or if you've heard of it and what you know about it, and then we'll go from there. Drop it in the comments, and then that's gonna be that, guys. Let me know what else you trading this week and what you think about the stocks that I talked about in the setups, and if this helped you anyway with with your technical analysis or drawing trend lines. And with that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.